WWE's Hell in a Cell is 18 days away, and we have a lot of matches to go over. Most because the ones that were already announced have changed, and we'll get to that for a little bit. But first off, let's just go through the card here. We have the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. The New Day defend against Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, for those who don't know, Sheamus and Cesaro tied in their Best of 7 series at SummerSlam. Therefore, Mick Foley has made them a tag team, a very unlikely tag team of sorts over the past few weeks. They've won a couple matches, and then Sheamus was on Facebook Live, but he really wasn't on Facebook Live, but they said he was, so it's kind of meh thing going on there, and it was really weird. But at that point in time, they were probably the biggest threat to the New Day so far. New Day are really closing in on that Demolition run at this point, meaning the World Tag Team title reign of Demolition. And at this point, I don't think the New Day will lose the belts. Ever since we've had a makeshift team of Slater and Rhino being the SmackDown Tag Champions, we don't need two unlikely teams being the face of the tag team divisions. We don't need two singles guys that have never teamed before, or at least on a regular basis, at least because they've tagged a couple times now, but we do not need these kind of teams, the tag team champions, on both brands. So it's very simple here. New Day will retain. Next up with the Cruiserweight Championship, TJ Perkins defends against the Brian Kendrick. This is a rematch that Kendrick has earned because he made TJ tap out last week. And, it was weird because last week it was originally for the title, but then it wasn't for the title, and then it was, and then it wasn't again. And now we actually have the title match. Which I'm okay with because, I would rather have people earn the title match instead of just getting an immediate rematch unless they were the former champion. But Kendrick was not in this case, so he had to earn it, and he did. With this being said, though, TJ being the first champion of the new era has to hold it for a long time, so this is, again, very simple. TJ retains. Next up, for the first time ever, and for those who've seen this channel before, I have begged for this match for year after year after year. But we finally get it. A women's Hell in the Cell match. It is so great. I don't have words to describe how great this is because year after year, every time Hell in a Cell's come around, every time a Hell in a Cell match has come around, I have begged for the women to be in the Hell in a Cell because I know they can just fucking kill it out there. It'd be fucking great. And this match will fucking kill it because it is Sasha Banks defending against Charlotte inside the Hell in a Cell. Now, for those who have never seen a Hell in a Cell match before, you're in for a treat because there are 3 of them on this card. But for those who have never seen a Hell in a Cell match, I would suggest looking at the past matches of Hell in a Cell. They're fucking great. Basically, for those who have never seen it, think of a giant steel cage with a roof on top of it. No escape, even though most of these matches have been escaped from. Anything goes, no disqualification, no count out. Basically, no holds barred at this point. Winner by pinfall or submission wins it. But this is very interesting because it's the first time that women are in the cell. I've probably pitched a million ways that they could be in the cell, a million ways they could be in the elimination chamber. Even maybe that's the next step at this point because we have the cell match. What else can they do? Maybe last woman standing. I don't know. But the thing is, this is fucking great, and I fucking love it. But for those who are wondering why Sasha's the champion, well, Sasha won it last week on Raw in the main event. We have not seen a women's main event since 2004 with Trish and Lita. It was fucking great back then. It was fucking great in this one. Charlotte did a fucking corkscrew moonsault thing. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It was amazing. But of course, Charlotte is lost the title on Raw again, so Sasha Banks is now a 2-time women's champion. And I don't know what's going to happen here because we've had this before with Sasha. She lost the belt at SummerSlam due to a back injury, or at least what we thought was a back injury. It was probably caused by the match itself at SummerSlam, but it's interesting to me that we have this match. And I don't know what's going to happen because we've seen these women trade the title back and forth over the past few months. Excuse me. And it's interesting to see what'll happen here. I don't know who will win. I want to say Sasha just because she's a champion, but we've seen her lose the belt on her first title defense, so I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is this will be the match of the year. At least this could be in the conversation for match of the year. This will be the match of the night for sure, but will it be in conversation for the match of the year? We'll find out then, but I fucking love it. It's about time the women were in the Hell in a Cell. They're no longer divas, they are women, they are superstars. It's fucking amazing. I fucking love it. Next up, the United States Championship, from what I can remember, I may be mistaken, but from what I can remember, this is the first time the United States title has been decided inside the Hell in a Cell, as Roman Reigns defends against the former champion, Rusev. Roman won, of course, at SummerSlam. He was the one that even made this match happen, which I've been really hard on Roman the past few months, but I have to give him credit here. You know, putting your title on the line in a match that has shortened careers, in a match that has ended careers, in a match that has made and defined careers. That is pretty fucking bold for Roman Reigns. If he wins this match, he will earn my respect as a person. Not as a wrestler, but as a person. Because anyone deserves respect for getting in that ring to begin with, but getting in the Hell in a Cell. And if I'm not mistaken, I may be, but if I'm not, this may be Roman's first time in the cell, and he's defending the United States Championship, a championship that has never been defended inside the cell before. Maybe at a Hell in a Cell event, but never inside the cell. But the main thing here is, with the cell in play, Lana cannot get involved. Therefore, it's very simple. Roman will retain, and Roman will hopefully hold the belt for a while, because they'll keep him away from the Universal title scene, which would be great. And speaking of the Universal Championship, this match is also inside the Hell in a Cell, as Kevin Owens defends against Seth Rollins inside the cell for the Universal title. And this would have been Jericho versus Owens versus Seth, but Jericho did not win his match on Raw, therefore he did not qualify for the Hell in a Cell, making it a freeway. It did not happen. Which means, again, Jericho cannot enter the cell. He'll probably find a way to get in, but for what we know of the cell, managers have not had a great success rate. The only success rate has been, of course, Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell back in the day. But with this, we have something special, because we could have Seth Rollins become the new Universal Champion, and as a face, no less, which would be great for him. But this will probably have some shenanigans, because Owens just won the belt a couple months back when Finn had to vacate it. Maybe Triple H gets involved. We don't know. For now, I'm going to say Owens retains. But if this was the time for Rollins to win the belt, this would be the time to do it. When Jericho cannot get involved, when the Authority cannot get involved, when Triple H may not be able to get involved, even with all of his power as COO, may not be able to get involved. But with that being said, Hell in a Cell, 18 days away. It's going to be a fucking great card, and we'll hear more for it very, very soon.